Hello, my fellow freaks. I'm your Dark Overlord, the Chaotic Freak. This is a can of Pringles, and today we got together to play more Dungeons & Dragons with Colt, Setter Soul, and Seth. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Did you bring enough Pringles to share?
Huh?
Did you bring enough Pringles to share?
No.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
I mean, I would if I was there, honestly, like with you, but unfortunately I'm not, because I'm a selfish prick, so yeah. And this is all the art that we currently have. Again, if you want to send your own art in to be put up here, you can just send us a message either at the Chaotic Freak or at Setter_Souls on Twitter, or at Fate104 on Twitter. Any of those links, pretty much any of our Twitter @s, really.
Speaking of art,
I also take commissions.
speaking of art, look directly below our Schmoogin portrait.
Yes, I've seen that. That is, oh, you have a new one. Right, oh, right. Saw this one earlier. This is another commissioned art by Schmoogin as well.
This is our NPCs. We have Sal, Garcanta, we have Aluna, Abel, Fuse, Singing is hard. And then Yabduga and Amos.
Amos is not an NPC.
I'm not an NPC.
He does not belong there in that portrait.
I know, but I wanted one of you in Schmoogin style to match the one up there.
Guy.
Cool.
So yeah, that's Yabduga.
Don't forget to
So
put
this
like
is
a.
Sal right here. This is Sal.
Yeah,
I like him.
he's a lizard man. Anyway, when last we left off, our adventurers went into a cornfield and were assailed by a bunch of scarecrows. After dispatching them with some help from our resident lizard man blacksmith, something exploded in the distance. In addition, Keith, Amos's newfound hawk friend, found a home in which the talking raven that seemingly summoned the scarecrows went inside. What will they do next?
Dun dun dun.
Alright. So, there's a tent on fire over here, top left. Keith has found a house over here. He is staying on top of it. It's the house that he saw the raven go into.
Where's
Raven.
Keith?
Keith is right here. He is very hard to see.
Quoth the
That's
raven,
him.
I have burned the village down.
Actually, quote the raven, Lucius Notori, but okay.
Okay.
Alright, what are you doing?
So the man is basically ranting and raving about how Ornstein's completely useless, about how she hates him, about how this is why she doesn't trust people, because the second you need them, they suddenly aren't there to actually help you. And this is why she doesn't rely on anyone.
Okay.
So she's pretty pissed off.
Dirk's like, you had us, weren't we there?
She goes, yeah, and we all were starting to get absolutely abolished until Sal showed up, and if Ornstein had been there, he might have actually been able to help. But no, he had to be off doing who knows what, so instead we were getting attacked by these scarecrows, so like I said, the one time we actually need him, he's not actually around.
I felt pretty okay by myself.
Yeah, I almost died a little bit, but you know, it's okay.
Well, I mean, I've almost died twice beforehand, and I felt like I was starting to get that way again.
Alright, Sal is taking off for the tents. However, Keith has reported that he found where the raven went. So, if you want to go there.
I want to go see what the fire is all about. I'm going this way.
I can see what's up with the Raven.
Yeah. Will I be able to go back to the Raven instead, or?
Yeah, Keith will stay on the house and wait for you.
I say we should go with them, try and help the people in the fire.
Fine.
Alright, as you approach...
It's a telltale game.
The
We
fire is
don't
actually...
have access to the raven.
What?
I said it's a telltale game. We now don't have access to the raven. Oh no.
Okay.
It was a
Anyway,
joke.
as you come up, it's just a big tent camp made by the refugees. Nothing special, some burlap, some of it stitched together. Some of them are actually partially made of leaves stitched together. One of them is on fire. As Sal gets up there and begins conjuring water to help put it out, you can see the cleric of Magmoran also attempting to smother the flames using his powers, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be working for him. The fire is it's going out pretty quickly, so it'll be gone with, and y'all don't really need to do anything to help that along.
Are there any people in there?
No. You don't hear any screaming. There are a bunch of people outside looking on in the distance, but it's kind of a it's a medium-sized tent. Like, there's definitely only one room in there. Anyone inside would be able to just run out.
Is there any, like, knowledge checks that we can roll on the fire?
Give me an Arcana check.
I had to open my sorry. What I roll?
7. It's a fire. Someone would have had to start it. Anyway.
Or lightning.
As the fire is dying down, you see Abel run up. He goes, "What's this I heard about monsters in the field? I stopped by and just saw a bunch of flaming scarecrows. Now this."
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of
Setting all these
scarecrows that
fires.
attacked us.
The scarecrows attacked you?
Well, gay scarecrows since you kindly pointed out that they're flaming.
Ah, great. No more scarecrows, and now this is on fire. As he says this, the last of the fire sort of goes out, and a plume of smoke begins rising. The cleric of Magmoran just walks over. He is absolutely livid. He goes, "Who did this? Who perverted my lord's flame into a form that I could not control?
Huh? I
should have complete control over the flames, but someone thought to kill me with my lord's own power. Who has done?" Then he looks over at the tower and he goes, "Ah, I see. It was clearly her. It was clearly the cleric of Strat in her tower, jealous of my lord's power." He's referring to Dante.
What makes you say that? Amos will ask. Or did you just explain that? Just went over my head.
No, it might have cut out. Sorry, he's saying Strat hates Magmoran. They're enemies as deities.
Oh, okay.
And she would not have. Clearly, she sees my presence as an affront and thought her killing him with his own element would shake the faith of those who follow me in this town with the refugees.
Why did Kyle just leave the call?
What?
Kyle apparently just left the call. Oh. Kyle, you back?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, now we can.
Alright, my thing stopped working. Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay. Do you hear everything?
Yes, I heard everything. Hi, Alex.
What the? That was Alex?
Hi.
Yes, it was.
Hi, Alex.
Okay. Hi.
But I was trying to say earlier, you think Domdre started the fire?
There's nothing else makes sense. No one else would want to, except her.
Why would she want to? I know Amos asked that before, right?
Yeah.
Again, Strat hates Magmoran. Thus, she would hate me. She'd want to shake the people's faith in
Can't remember all
Magmoran
these
and
names.
myself. What?
I can't remember all these names.
Okay, he's ranting about how her god hates his god.
Okay.
I don't know if that would compel her to, endanger the lives of her fellow citizens.
Oh, she'd be willing to go there. Strat has done it many times in the past. Abel walks up. He goes, "We can't be we shouldn't be committing people for crimes we don't know they committed. We'll launch an investigation, and as he begins speaking, you hear a scream coming from the south. High pitch, definitely female.
About to eat this and then do some homework.
I guess run to the stream.
Nemea sighs and goes, "It's gonna be a long night, isn't it?"
Yeah, you can take pictures of them or something. All I need is just like.
Alright, so y'all head over there.
Yeah.
What is your like?
Nemea's tired now, but she's going over there also.
Bane is continuing to rant. Sal is standing there listening, like, yeah. Sure.
Apparently, Nemea's going by herself.
Okay.
I said it also.
Then move! Come with
Oh.
me!
So it's like where they.
Yeah, as you come over here, you round a corner, and hold on, I'm gonna take it back here. As you round the
I'm
corner,
zoomed into my face.
you see three people and one body. On the ground, there is a young female elf. And holding her in his arms is the biggest orc you have ever seen. Like massive, muscly, and just there. There's also a human fighter holding a long sword at him.
Thanks for telling me his class.
And a black scale kobold guard who has a bunch of white markings across his scales as well. Can you give me a perception check, please? Everyone.
Sure. Everyone who's here, everyone.
Everyone. Well, everyone who's here, yeah.
Kyle, is he here? Or,
Yeah.
like, I mean,
All of you.
like here, you know, like in the group. What's
Yeah. Yes,
okay?
I'm here.
Yes. Along with his human whoopee cushion.
Yes.
Anyway. As the wind blows, you all notice a leather-bound black book beneath the coat of the human fighter, who is currently threatening the orc. The orc has a small axe at his side, but otherwise he appears to just be cradling the elf girl. You notice that she has those same bruises around her neck that the body in the chapel did. As you approach, the kobold and human look back and goes, "Oh good, you're here. You can help us take him down. I think he might be a little too much for us." The orc just scowls at them.
I want to roll an insight check on the orc.
Yes. Alright.
No family guy, right?
Okay. He seems sincere. He seems like he was just cradling her, trying to help her.
Nemea goes,
rather
you
than
shouldn't
there to kill her.
Nemea says, unless you actually saw him kill her, you shouldn't assume that he's automatically kill her.
His red hair is like a bob cut.
Just look at him. We found him here,
Yes,
Turn
he's,
it off.
yes, he's holding her. So what?
strangled to death.
Well,
You think that because he's an orc, he had to be the one to kill her?
Oh, who else could strangle like that? As this is happening, Abel is like, catching up. Give me a second. I need to catch my breath. What's going on? Oh.
Nemea says, unless you saw him actually commit a murder, then we have no reason to assume that he's actually a murderer.
murder him!
Oh,
Alex, shush.
no one. Anyway, the orc sort of gently lays her down, holds his hand up, he goes, "I didn't do it. I found her." Abel steps forward and says, "Well, dear, been a long time since I had to do one of these. That's you three. I want you head to the Garcento's abode. We'll be doing an investigation, and then we'll have a little bit of an interrogation, shall we?" As he is saying this,
Nemea looks at Abel and says, "Do not assume that he is guilty until you actually have reason to." And she has like a look that says, "I will kill you."
I'm not girly, that's why I said all three of them. He looks annoyed with you.
She doesn't seem to care.
I think what Nemea is just trying to say is that it's better to be proven guilty than to be proven innocent.
I couldn't agree more. a couple more kobold guards run up, as well as you see an elderly elven woman, just in a sort of soot-blackened white dress, flanked by two robed and hooded figures. Beneath their hoods, you see like protruding two beaks from two beaks on each, or a beak on each of them. If you want to look more at them, I'll need perception checks.
Sure, let's go. Let's go for it.
Nope.
And
Well, Dirk sees nothing. May sees plenty. And Amos sees all.
Okay. You can tell that beneath these hoods, these are sort of bird-like people. They are Kenku. And they're following this woman. Running up alongside her is the grieving mother who you met in the tower. She goes, no, not my other baby. She runs to the girl on the ground, and the grandmother sort of just shouts, "Get away from her, all of you!" At her call, the two doves rush forward and just begin encroaching on all of you. She points at you specifically, Namir. Keep the demon girl away. Will not have her soul contaminated.
May says it goes
back
great.
up.
It happens again.
The two Kenku, they just sort of like stand between you. They don't seem to be drawing any weapons or being threatening. They're just sort of acting as a barrier at the moment between you and them. She looks down at the goblin. Is this what you call justice? The murderer is right here. She juts her finger towards the orc. And you're busy investigating these two. She gestures to the others. Abel's like, ma'am, I'd appreciate it if you'd shut up and let me do my job. Alright. She just looks offended. Alright, Amos, Keith reports that he is seeing movement from within the house.
You guys want to go over to the house now then?
Specifically,
Yeah, sure.
There's someone coming out of it. You can look through his eyes if you want.
Alright, I'll look through his eyes and...
Alright, you're suddenly looking through his senses. There's an older orc woman just coming out of the house, hand wrapped up in bandages, kind of limping over towards where she heard the screaming and where the big pillar of smoke is. And you hear her say, like, what on earth is going on? As she's heading towards y'all. A few more kobold guards arrive, able to sort of command them to take the orc, the human, and the other kobold guard away to Garcenta's abode to await for interrogation. He sighs and looks at y'all. He goes, come off to the side with me. He sort of takes you all away from everybody else. The grieving mother, the grandmother, and the bodyguards. Okay. Once you're a sufficient distance away, he just sighs and says, I'll be honest with you, I'm having a bit of an issue recently. He takes out his crystal ball. It's not working. Not like it should. If it were, I'd have caught the murder after the first one. Or before the first one, at the best. I just can't see through it right now. Something's just jamming it. I think it's...
Did you try cleaning it?
He's like... He slowly looks at you. The ball sparkles. It's completely pristine. So I have to ask you. I'll need your help with this investigation. I need you to check out the murder, the scarecrow incident, and the
That's
fire,
awesome.
if you have the time.
God,
No,
back off.
Snake Man, there is no turning it off and back on again.
Oh, that's awesome.
I will.
Because you try smashing it and then mending it.
I'll do some preliminary interrogation of the suspects. Look around and just keep an eye out. Okay? Alright.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were doing anyway.
Thank you. He walks off, following the other suspects. All right, and you are free to investigate. This also adds part of your. You're sort of starting a long rest, so you have 2 hours to investigate and 6 hours to sleep. Because it's like bright and early morning.
All right. Where can we investigate? I guess.
There is the fire. There is the murder scene, and there is back at the farm.
And it's like a new murder scene, right?
It is actually almost. It's very close to the old one. Like you can see the other murder site.
There's also the older female orc and also the house that Keith was
Yeah.
watching.
Speaking of which, that older female orc is approaching you now. You can actually see her with your own eyes as she's approaching the murder scene.
I'll tell them that that's the same orc that Keith saw.
Yes. There is a big crowd around where the murder is. She seems to be following others towards it.
Mrs. I think we should check out the house before we check her out.
Sure.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
Well, do you think maybe we should split up to cover more investigative places?
It's not a bad idea.
Could be wise.
How do you guys want to do it? Like,
I'm thinking I'll go check on the fire, and then I'll talk to Domdre about that as well, because I mean, I've talked to her before. I just feel like it makes sense.
May goes, I guess in that case I'll go talk to the orc.
okay, and then I'll head off to the farm. Then.
Okay.
And the farm,
Alright.
the house is like at the farm, right?
The house is next to the farm.
Okay.
It's kind of close, but it's still a little bit of a walk.
Okay.
Alright. So, Nemea, you're talking to the old orc woman that Amos saw?
Yes.
Alright. I'll start with that, and then Dirk, then Amos, okay?
Okay. As Nemea is approaching, she's looking to see if the orc is doing anything that might be a little anything that's different from anybody else in the crowd.
She's just sort of limping. Again, she has her arm wrapped up pretty heavily in bandages. Graying hair. She's kind of on the edge of the crowd, just kind of trying to tiptoe and look over, like, what's going on?
Nemea gets in turn and says, "What happened to your hand?" She's trying to act like fully sincerely because she actually is curious as to what happened to her hand.
Roll charisma.
Oh yay!
Uh-oh.
I'm a tiefling. My charisma's the best. I have
It
a plus
it
2
really
with it.
is.
I actually do have plus 2 with it.
Oh, damn.
Whoa,
Natural
20.
20. She's in love with
You
me.
are so concerned for this this orc's safety.
Yes, and she's in love with me right now. She's just like, you're the best person.
She looks over at you and she kind of smiles. She goes, "You look like my old daughter. She was a nice one. I miss her. And as for this, it was an old wound, back from before the tribe got demolished. Unfortunately, it's magical in nature. It festers to this day. Without this, I'd be stinking up the joint and making everybody, myself included, sick. So I just have to keep it wrapped up nowadays."
So,
Let's burn her house down.
I'm curious. Have you seen a raven or a crow with glowing red eyes in the last hour or so?
Seen a fair few ravens. Not many come around with the scarecrows. Put up plenty of them.
The reason I ask is because we saw one earlier, and it flew away. And when it did, we got attacked by animated scarecrows. And when and an animal companion with one of our companions was following this raven, and then apparently some point the raven got entered the house, and then you exited the same house. So that's what I'm asking.
How would you know that You've been watching me house?
No, we were watching a raven.
That's a bit creepy, girl. And no, I didn't see any raven come into my house.
Huh.
I thought she would have been okay with it since Nemea reminded her of her daughter.
Yeah, I thought so too. It's like, can I come have a sleepover at some point?
All 6 scarecrows.
Not all 6. I think there was only 4 of them that attacked.
Well, Good, we still have some left to keep them off the crops. No, I'm afraid I didn't see any ravens.
Right, about one of those.
Oh,
If I... I'll
I
tell you
know I'm
what,
not there, but you know.
If I do see any ravens, I'll let you know, okay?
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
what was the name that the the crow was saying?
It was saying Lucis Notori.
You could ask about that. Do
Okay.
you know anyone?
Do you know anyone named Lucis Notori?
Roll a persuasion check.
Requiring me to actually roll and get good rolls. It's terrifying. It's horrible! Oh, it's the ugly number! I hate it!
Oh, I have an uglier number.
What?
I think Lucis Notori sounds like the giant language. I would know that, though.
Huh. I think we have a good... I think I might know someone who can speak pretty much any language, so I might talk to him about it.
Did she say I wouldn't know that though?
She said I wouldn't know what it means. Like, that's what she meant.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say that's awfully suspicious way of putting it.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Sorry about that.
Anyway, my turn for questions. Do you know what's going on here?
Yes, there was a murder.
Oh dear, and the plume of smoke?
There was a fire. I can't give you much more details beyond that because I wasn't there at either of those scenes. I was busy fighting scarecrows.
These poor people get captured by slavers, now they're being killed left and right. Can't stand it. If you happen to find out who did it, let me know. I'd like to get a swing at them.
Oh, trust me, there's a line you have to get behind.
I see. Well, good luck. And she just sort of starts walking back towards her house. Right, now to Dirk. This is happening at the same time, by the way, so...
Yes.
Right.
So first, I want to go and investigate the area where the fire was. Has it been put out, or is it still going?
It's smoldering, but there's no chance of it starting again. Roll an investigation check.
Alright. And then I want to go talk to, what's-her-face? Domdre.
Yeah.
I hit it twice, sorry. 8's my number.
No, take the 18, take the 18!
You look at it, there's ash and there's rubble. It's just too hard to find anything. Have Vale roll one, too.
Okay. Vale... And... Vale, what do you see?
I see less, sir!
Vale sneezes. Vale sneezing.
Oh, I see you actually inputted a dead body. That's... well done.
Alright, so now you head over to Domdre.
Warning, there's blood
I'm
and
gonna
gore
do
in this video.
And then Farmland.
What?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright. I'll get to you, Amos, as soon as Dirk goes to talk to his girlfriend. Dirk, as you are walking across the pathway towards the house, you hear brum, brum, brum. As galloping in from the north is Ornstein and Aluna.
Oh. Ornstein, where have you been? Or storyteller.
Out. What's going on? Why is everything on fire? Or was on fire?
Because there's been a murder, 2 murders, and someone committed arson.
Oh great. Aluna's like, oh dear. We just had to leave then. Yeah, Ornstein hops off the zebra centaur. He goes, great. Better late than never. I'll start helping you. Aluna turns to you. I'm gonna go find Abel. I'll help him with whatever he needs.
Okay. Colt.
Yes.
Can I insight,
Ornstein?
Ornstein on like why he was doing his thing?
You could ask him.
It's not on his face. You're probably gonna have to ask him something first. And Aluna gallops off.
Okay.
Goes into the boat and goes inside.
Alright, so as we're walking over to Domdre, I say, so, Aluna.
Yes, that was Aluna.
You enjoy your time with her?
Yeah, she's super smart.
What all were you up to?
Oh, well, we were making some potions at her shop, and then, well, there was kind of a bit of an explosion, and we kind of had to go clean up in the river.
An explosion, huh?
So
Yeah.
were you out picking wildflowers?
You're not here.
If anyone, yeah, but does anyone know that song though?
I know weeds and wildflowers.
No.
Or weeds and wildflowers.
At some point, go look at the song "Picking Wildflowers." You'll understand the joke once you hear it. Because it's not about picking wildflowers at all.
Yeah,
I figured it wasn't.
Okay. You're just sort of walking towards Domdre as you're talking. If you want to insight his answer, you can.
I would love to. Give me 1 second, though. Hit! Alright. Hi, where is insight? There it is.
It's
Hiya!
the eyes.
She just seems a little bit naive. Like, maybe there was actually an explosion. It's not a euphemism. Doesn't sound like a euphemism.
What kind of
All right.
explosion, Ornstein?
Yeah, that's why I was like, an explosion, huh?
Yep.
The good kind?
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, well, I'm glad you're making friends.
As you enter, Domdre is actually standing outside, arguing with Bane at the moment. They just seem to be in this heated. You did it. No, you did it. I didn't do anything. La 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 la.
So, Bane, what's his name? Bane?
Bane, the Magmoran cleric. There.
Okay, right.
Is that over where? Okay, where are the prisoners? The guys that the potential potential murderers being taken to Garcis's abode? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I should be heading that way now,
Okay.
just for reference.
Alright.
So Bane was like the one that was telling us that it was Domdre's fault when we were all over here earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when I walk up, I say hello to the both of them.
Oh, Dirk, dear. Good to see you. She comes over, she gives you a big hug, and immediately pulls you into the tower, and shutting the door as Ornstein jumps in and goes, "This isn't over!" Slam.
Did Vale get in?
What?
Did Vale get in?
He's a cat. He can get anywhere.
Alright, just making sure.
Hear him shouting, "This is not over!" And then storming off. He goes, "Thank you for giving me the excuse to slam the door in his face."
Anytime?
Anyway, I don't know what he's talking about. I've been in here all night, dressing the body. And as you look over, the body has sort of new clothes. Has some slight makeup on the face and eyes to make it look slightly less, horrible.
Right.
And it smells like there's been some incenses put across the body as well.
Usually, you said like there were like strain marks on her neck, right?
Yes, they're under the makeup now, but you can still sort of make them out.
Well, I was gonna say, a lot of times in actual murder cases with that, people will put like flowers over those areas. I mean, it's just it makes it not as hard.
Are you saying to Domdre?
No. I was just saying that in general, out of character.
Well, Domdre used some makeup around the neck. So
all right.
You can still see him, but yeah.
Okay. Can I actually, Dirk doesn't want to, but can I insight check her to see if I can verify based on gut feeling?
Yes. She seems sincere. Like she had nothing. She seems like she had nothing to do with it and was just working.
All right. Well, who do you think that was there any time that you could have caught a glimpse outside or noticed any shady business of anyone heading over there who would light the fires?
I got some fresh air every now and then. I saw Borzag wandering around during my last one, and the tiefling girl walking around earlier.
You mean Nemea?
Yeah.
I doubt it was her, but okay.
Plot twist, I am the murderer!
Oh, God.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Anyway.
Now we get into PvP. Oh, damn.
Or maybe Nemea is trying to save the world by murdering these few people.
Anyway,
Oh,
You don't know.
if anything, no one was harmed in the fire. It's possible the cleric would set it himself as an excuse to try and get rid of me, possibly. I mean, this is the only temple in the area. Easier to take it over than just make his own.
do you think that he'd really go to such lengths?
I'm more in love with consuming what isn't his, like a fire. It spreads across the world, sucks it all up, destroys it, and leaves nothing but ash in his wake. His clerics are no different.
And Colt, who's Domdre's deity again?
Strat,
Strat, right,
goddess of the mountains.
right. Well, is there anything else you could tell me about this event?
I don't know. I've been up most of the night, and now here we are. Another fire, and did I hear screaming? Don't tell me there's another murder too.
There actually has been a second one.
Oh, dear.
Very near where this one fell too. And Dirk points to the victim that she's been dressing.
Dang it. If you could investigate, it'd be a great help.
I'm learning very quickly that I'm not very good at investigating, but I will do the best that I can.
Alright. You sort of step outside. Ornstein comes with you. He goes, I'm gonna roll something for Ornstein real quick. Let's see if he saw anything.
Actually, before I step outside, can I do a perception check of the tower area?
Yes. For what?
I'm just trying to look for generally anything that seems out of the ordinary from any other time that I've been in there.
Okay.
Okay, I temporarily go blind, so I just go outside.
Hey, the flowers have grown.
Oh, man.
You're not there, Nemea.
I guess wait for a second. Hang on.
Ornstein comes out and sort of whispers to you, did you notice that the girl's neck wasn't broken?
You're talking about the victim that was being dressed?
Yes. None of the bones look broken.
Sorry,
I did notice that
TV.
before, yes.
Actually, you hadn't noticed that before. You only noticed that there was bruising.
Oh, okay. I did not notice.
What did you not notice before?
I thought for some reason I thought we had kind of come to that conclusion a while back, and I was like, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary, because when you're choking someone, you wouldn't necessarily break their neck.
Oh.
You'd break their, like, windpipe.
Like, the bruises seem just a bit too shallow or something along those lines.
Right.
Anyway, let's go find the man. And now we're on to Amos. Amos, you are over.
One more thing before that.
Yes.
As that happens, as Ornstein tells me that, I'm gonna say, you think maybe the marks would be the same for the other victim?
I can go have another look.
Why don't we go there and check it out?
As you're heading over, they've actually loaded the new girl into a cart, and they're sort of just rolling her over to the temple. The mother is crying, walking alongside it.
Okay, and we'll come back to that in a second. Now to Amos.
Okay, Amos, you arrive at the farm.
Okay. First I'm going to do
Check
knowledge.
those scarecrows, make sure they're not gonna kill you.
I already did earlier. I shot this one with a fireball.
I
Right.
shot this one with a fireball. There's a pile of
Okay. Can I do a knowledge arcana on the withering leaf?
Yes.
Leaves, this whole tree.
Oh.
This bush has been subject to some type
Bush.
of necrotic draining. Something has sucked the life out of it and caused it to turn into what the brittle state it is now. If you tossed a rock at it, it looks like it would shatter.
Toss a rock at it. Toss a rock at it.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I'll throw a rock at it.
It shatters into like just shreds of leaves. There's like a leaf pile there now. Like what do you get when you wake up in the fall?
And last time you said when Dirk checked, you said nobody was in here.
Yeah. Do you want to check again?
Yeah, sure.
As you knock, the Pushker comes out, the Orcish Druid. He goes, "Hey, what do you need from the farmhouse?"
Can I explain to him
Where'd you earlier?
the situation about the scarecrow?
So it was scarecrows, was it? I was scared of coming back over here, but I figured after the fire and the murder it'd be safe. I have to get the fertilizer done quickly, or it doesn't matter how many murders, we're all gonna starve to death.
Amos will ask what caused the scarecrows to attack us.
I don't know. Someone must have animated them. They weren't like that. They weren't like that when you arrived back from the sea. It would have had to. Someone would have had to enchant them in that time.
Amos will ask if anybody in the area he knows of is able to do that.
There are only two wizards here, Sal and Luna. Sal mostly works with fire magic, a bit of water too, and Luna is mostly transmutation. Nothing that conjures things or causes things to move. It could be one of the refugees, because I don't know any of them.
Is there anything else I can ask him? I'm not...
There was the phrase Lucis Notori.
Oh yeah, can I ask him about the Lucis Notori?
Yes. As you mentioned it, he goes, sounds like giants? I'm not familiar with the phrase, though.
Okay, can I ask... Oh,
Some of the
I don't
older orcs speak giant. I know the tribe used to use it as a sign of honor, but nobody I know. Well, personally, anyway.
Amos will ask where he was at when they attacked us and when we searched the area.
Oh. Well, when you were... He is the one who got you when they attacked you.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I ran after Abel. I had seen him hanging around with the Kraken in the harbor. I got to Sal first and sent him after you.
Okay, I forgot it was him.
Oh, this guy, right. Him.
Yeah.
Can I look at one of the scarecrow bodies?
They're actually kind of in a pile over in the corner. They appear to be next to a pile of firewood.
Oh, so
Like-
they...
Some of the metal helmets are stacked up on the deck. There's nothing magical remaining about them.
Okay, is there anything else I should ask, like, out of character?
Not really. Give me a perception check, please, as you're walking around the field.
Wow! Critical
natural
one,
and
critical
a natural 20.
fumble and crit.
Hey, let's have a quick lesson in something called inspiration. Dirk, do you remember when I gave you inspiration during the Wisp King boss fight?
Yeah.
You can choose to give anyone advantage on any roll with that inspiration. Would you like to use it?
Would I like to?
Yes.
Oh, I still have that? Like it...
Yes. It lasts until you use it, and you can't get another one until you use it.
Sure, okay, here, take it.
Okay, you have advantage
Take
on-
my inspiration!
From across the village.
Amos just
Anyway.
thinks about Dirk
Just
and like,
out
wow.
of nowhere, I'm walking along and I'm just like, Amos, Amos, I believe in you.
Out of nowhere,
Let's
Amos
continue walking.
just thinks about Dirk and like gets really inspired, wants
It's
to
like-
do his best.
I want to be a better investigator than he is.
As you come over here to this dead carrot, where this whole thing has started, you find something odd in the ground. There's a small divot running through the ground where it appears everything has just caved in, as if a tiny tunnel had been made away from it, and it goes up this way. This divot does in the ground, as if a mole had tunneled straight ahead. This would be south. It goes under the house, and on the other side of the house, it goes back over into the village.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I follow the hole, the
Yes.
dig marks?
Yes. As you leave the farmland, it goes and it stops right in front of the house that the raven flew into. And there appears to be a little tiny hole about the size that a small mole could fit through. And that's where it ends.
How big is a
Okay.
mole?
They can vary in size.
Yes. And as you're looking down at it, you hear, "Greetings." You look up and you see that the old orcish woman that Keith had been looking at.
Where is Keith right now, by the way?
He's up. He's on top of the house. He never left it because the raven never left it.
Okay. Can I ask the old woman about the hole and everything going on right now?
Oh, those darn moles. And as for the murder and the fire, I'm afraid I was sleeping at the time. Roll insight. There is something off about what she is saying. Especially talking about the molehill.
Can I tell her that that I saw where the molehill led to, and she's not tricking, you know?
You saw where it led to. It's pretty obvious it leads over to the farm. I think one is nesting beneath one of the houses around here. They go over there, eat some food, and tunnel all the way back. She sounds slightly nervous. She is walking towards her house at the moment.
I'm gonna. This is where I decide. I guess
Tackle
I'll
her!
just.
Tackle her and say she's a suspect!
What kind of check would I use? Intimidation, you think, or persuasion to, keep her talking?
I'd say it depends if you want to threaten her or if you want to try and just smooth things over. Like, hey, I'm cool. Don't worry about it.
I'll do I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, that's just it. Or
Okay.
depending on what you're proficient in.
Okay. I'll just try and, keep her calm. Just keep asking about it.
She's showering.
Persuasion.
Ooh.
Look up. She goes, what do you say exactly?
I'm gonna say that I know there's too many coincidences for them just to be coincidences, basically.
Just, oh, all right. I've been kind of feeding the moles, you see. They're just so cute. Roll insight.
Oh, a 2 and a natural 1.
You believe she is...
Not your day. Not any of our days.
I mean, I rolled
Suck
natural 20
investigating.
on charisma, so I mean...
You believe that this woman is
based on
feeding...
wisdom. I said insight's based off of wisdom, and I have a -1.
No.
And can I ask her about the raven? And I know it's still here.
Oh, I talked to the tiefling girl about this earlier. I haven't seen a raven fly into my house. I'm sorry.
Amos will just tell her that he knows it flew to this house specifically.
Roll insight. With advantage.
Oh!
2 natural 20.
Double 20.
She
The ultimate
is
crit.
lying through her teeth. She knows exactly where that raven is.
I still look around.
Can I look around your house? I'll ask. See if it's there.
She looks offended. She's like, I would wager not. This is my home. I will not have strangers just demanding to barge in. If you
Can
want
I
to
roll?
search, get a warrant or whatever Abel calls it. She
Can
just
I
sort of-
roll? Sorry.
What?
I was gonna ask if I can roll persuasion to see if I can.
With disadvantage, yes.
Oh,
Nope.
natural 1.
You go,
Yeah,
please.
she's
She goes,
very offended.
She goes, no. She slams the door. And you hear a lock.
Should have rolled intimidation. I guess I'll go. Try and get a warrant.
Okay. You want to leave Keith on the house to keep an eye on her?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, and at this point you are all making your way back to Gershon's abode.
Well, I'm going over to the girl.
Oh
where
yeah.
the right? Yeah.
Yeah, you meet her about in the middle with the cart. And you
Does it mean this
you
buddy?
can see that the 2 doves and 2 are just kind of keeping everybody away from it. So I'll need both you and Ornstein to make perception checks with disadvantage, unless you want to try to do something to get closer.
I'm gonna say that let me try persuasion because I want to see if they'll let me through because you know I've been told to investigate, so I should be allowed to go onto the scene.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Oh, okay, investigation.
I mean, persuasion.
Alright,
That's what we all thought you meant.
yeah, that's what I was like. I mean, all right. Persuasion. Here we go.
Can we use this 13 for that? This 13 minus 2?
Oh man.
Because initially he rolled a 13, you just had to subtract it by 2.
And it's like, they're like, the grandma sort of points at you and she says, "Get away from my daughter." And the Kenku are immediately on guard, getting in your way.
Look. I'm here to help. I want to help.
Make one more persuasion check. I suppose the goblin did tell you. Look quickly, but don't touch her.
We won't. We just need to check one thing.
Alright. Perception. In perception or investigation of your choice.
I'm gonna do perception.
Procession?
Perception. Alright. Looking at the markings, it's a very shallow bruise, not as if someone had strangled her, but as if there was just, like, she got hit really hard and just got a light bruise. It's not hard. Like, as if something big and strong crushed her neck. And the windpipe is intact, the bones are intact. There's just the light bruise.
I see. Very odd. All right. I say thank you. I appreciate your there's a word I'm looking for.
Cooperation?
Cooperation. Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. We're doing our best to figure out who did this.
The grandmother sort of narrows her eyes. Keep an eye out for that magic-using human. I saw his spellbook. It could be either
Magic
him
thing?
or the big orc. Maybe even the kobold. He had those strange markings. Anyway, good luck.
I'm not getting blamed for once!
Can I actually ask her who to clarify who she means?
The 3 that were surrounding my granddaughter, he says.
That human didn't have a spellbook?
You saw a leather-bound black book. You don't know that it's a spellbook, but he does have it.
He's cross-classed.
You already know someone else who's crossed.
Alright, I say thank you, and I begin to leave, letting her to her ISIS.
She just knits her brow at you, and as the cart continues on towards the tower, and you meet up with everybody back at the abode.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And I think that's a pretty good place to end it. To end the video.
Okay.
We've done some investigating. We've done some murdering. Solving murdering. Amos managed to offend someone to her very core. Well, I made that lady like me a whole lot because I reminded her of her daughter. So yeah. Anyone have any input on anything I just said at all?
It happened.
Great job, Kyle. Great job. Great dialogue.
Thanks.
Anyway, if you guys did like this video, please be sure to drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. There's links in the description box below, as well as a link to my Mixer account, as well as links to Sarah's Soul stuff, as well as a link to a whole bunch of other things as well. Check every link that's in the description. Click on every single link, and be sure to follow or subscribe whatever they lead you to. Yeah, even if you have to make an account on a totally different website, do it. Just don't hesitate, just do it. And with all that being said, you're now required to have an absolutely fantastic day. You have no choice. I'll see all you people in the next video. Stay free, everyone. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Only 2 people have said bye.
Bye.
Jeez, Kyle, get it together.
I'm sorry.